TNA Impact Wrestling Knockout. Havok is here. Havok, just want to know first, how does Havok describe Havok?
Well, I think I would describe myself as destructive, dominant, a force to be reckoned with. There's a reason they call me Havok, because once I get in the ring, something takes over me and I wreak havoc.
What was it like for you getting started? What made you get started in this business?
I've watched professional wrestling since I was about 9 years old, and I've just always been a fan of it from the performance aspect and the athleticism. And when I was about 16 years old, I found a wrestling school in my area, and I started training to wrestle. I trained for about a year before I had my first match, and I've been wrestling about 10 years now.
Can you mention the school? Is that okay?
Yeah, the school that I trained at was in Massillon, Ohio, and it was called the Stomping Grounds, and it was ran by a guy who, he called himself Shasta, but his name was Kevin Ballou. He was the trainer.
What places have you traveled in all your travels now that you've been doing this?
I've traveled all over the United States, mostly the Midwest and the East Coast. I've been to Japan and Canada. One of my major goals is to eventually wrestle in the UK. And I'd love to go back to Japan. It was a lot of fun, but all over the country.
What is it like for you being here in TNA and the talent they have here in the women's division, knockout division?
I feel like being here at Impact Wrestling is a huge dream come true. I get to perform on a level where there's more exposure and where more people, and fans can see me hone my craft in the ring. And the women's division here at Impact Wrestling is among some of the best women that I've ever been in the ring with. And not only that, TNA takes their women's division seriously, and we actually get match time, we get TV time. People get to see what women can do as amazing wrestlers in the ring.
Speaking of such, one of those is Awesome Kong. What is it like working with her? And here you have another bigger talent who's very physical, aggressive in the ring.
Awesome Kong is by far the toughest opponent I've ever been in the ring with. She is probably pretty. I've been compared to her, and she compared to me, like as I started to come up. And it's very surreal to be in the ring, staring across at someone who is so much like you and can do just as much damage as you. But it's definitely it's a challenge, and I love a challenge.
Do you think wrestlers like yourself, Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, Madison Rain, Taryn Terrell, beautiful people, on and on and on, are changing the mindset of women's wrestling?
I feel like, especially for someone like Kong and I, we are opening a whole new door of a demographic of wrestling fans. When I first started wrestling for Impact, I got many emails from, it was interesting because I like just the people that messaged me. It was teenage girls who were insecure, alternative goth girls, and middle-aged women who were insecure about their weight or their looks or whatever, thanking me for being the dominant stance and showing that you don't have to be a living, breathing Barbie. And it's okay, and you need to be yourself, you can be different, you can be defiant. That being said, the beautiful people would label them as Barbies. Well, these Barbies, they can go. Just like Taryn Terrell, an amazing talent. Madison Rain, amazing. I've known Madison Rain for almost 10 years. And we go back a long way, and she's done nothing but get better. These women here at Impact Wrestling, I am more than honored to share a ring with them and destroy them.
Last question for you. Who does your makeup? Who does your hair? Is this something you created, and who does your outfit?
Honestly, my look, as far as here in Impact Wrestling, is a collaboration of mine and Christy Hemme. She actually came up with the makeup and stuff, but when I came in, like, I had my hairstyle and I wear the gas mask to the ring, and that's all me. That's my character that I've, you know, developed over the past couple of years. But Christy Hemme is very creative, and she's, you know, she has a hand in things like that, and like we kind of work together, and that's what we came up with.
Where would you get the gas mask? How do you come up with that?
Well, it's funny. I came up with that because I'm actually a huge video game fan too.
What do you like? What do you like?
Resident Evil is my favorite video game. So from the time I was in elementary school, I was playing this game, and one of the newer games had come out probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and there was a girl who had a gas mask. And I was like, no girl in wrestling is doing this. I'm going to do this. This is going to make me stand out. And it honestly, like, I feel like it's part of who I am now. When people think of Havok, they think of the apparatus on her face. So it's, I don't know, it's just me.
Havok, thank you so much.
Thank you.